Welcome to the Peachtree Morning Show by DCI. It's a wise way to start the day. Hope you enjoy.
Okay, hi everyone. Welcome back to the Peachtree Morning Show. I'm Katie Fetch from Colorado. I have a business here in Colorado, and my favorite job, other than being a mom to my daughter Ava, is I help manage Diamond Cutter Press, where we put out all sorts of great books, including the ones behind me. And I'm here with Brigitte from Germany, and she is a software whiz. She runs a multi-million-dollar software company, and I just heard that they're the ones that do all of our, I think, our credit card chips, actually.
And passports.
Yeah. And she was actually with DCI when it started in Germany and helped organize some of those first talks. So hello and welcome, everyone.
Thank you.
So today we don't have a video question, but we do have a question from an anonymous person, and I might summarize it a little bit because it's pretty long. And so basically she says, I was in a relationship for 3.5 years and worked very hard on purifying those old seeds during the relationship. Then my boyfriend left me more than a year ago. It was very painful and I could not let him go. And I worked with the seeds on this specific problem. Then in January 2020, he came back, which was amazing. Now I have a new problem. I had this deep pain for him for such a long time, and I really wanted to be with him again. Now that he's back, I realize that my feelings aren't the same. So I'm missing the love I felt for him, and I cannot feel it. And now when I think about it, I have panic attacks, which is very strange. But to summarize, she feels like she works so hard to get him back and to be in this relationship that she would really like to give it a try. So how does she get the love back for him and decrease the panic attacks now? And how to... I thought it was a good question. What do you think, Brigitte?
I find it also a very interesting question because I think it happens so often in life that you have these two opposing energies. So the one says, oh, you need to stick with that, and the other one draws you away, and you are in the middle, and one day you lean to the right and the other day to the left, and it destroys you if you are for a long time in between.
I think love is a panic attack.
And I think she really describes it very nicely. She has worked so hard. She has done, I think, her four-step program, and now she has him back, and now she realizes, oops, maybe that was not the thing I really wanted, which is also sometimes common, that you want something, and when you get it, you realize that was not the thing I really wanted in my heart. And then it's hard. Then it's really hard if you have worked so hard for it.
I think she planted the seeds to get him back, but now she has to plant the seeds to love him, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, personally, I think relationships we've all been through bad relationships, but we keep coming back to try again. Because I think it's one of the best things in the world. But if it goes bad, it's the worst thing in the world. Mm-hmm. It's a strange thing. It can be the best thing or the worst thing. So I was thinking, I have friends who got divorced and then they were unhappy for 30 years or something. They gave up on, they said, oh, boys are stupid, girls are stupid. And I think it's worth it to try to plant those seeds again. Mm-hmm. So how would you plant those seeds? I don't know. How to plant the seeds to love the person, especially after they hurt you,
Yeah, and have the feeling come back, even the good feelings, not the bad feelings.
Yeah, like that would be really hard, Mm-hmm. Luckily all my old relationships went away forever, but to try to have them back again, I don't know. That what do you guys think is the seed for that?
Do you think it's karmically a difference because they have been split up for a time? Because if they have prolonged their relationship, they would be at the same point, that the love has decreased over time. Because I think they might be at the same time, and then it's like DCI to just replant the seeds. Invest, still visit your old lady, that you keep the love.
We have this interesting thing, you know, because of the virus. I have never been home for 20 years. The whole 6 months, I have never been home every day for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And this year, I get to see how the garden, how it starts in the spring, how we plant everything. Then there's this beautiful summer, early summer. And now it's a very sad time because the plants are all dying. The bees are frustrated. Today I saw 3 or 4 bees on one flower. They're all fighting for the flower because there's not much flowers left now. And I asked Veronica, I said, this is sad, you know, this is depressing. Does this happen every year? She's like, yes. And then I'm like, well, what do you do? And she says, oh, you plant the fall flowers now. You plan what the bees will like in the fall. You don't think about the summer flowers that died. You think about planting the seeds to have the bees, to give them a lot of food in the autumn, because after that is winter and they need the food. So I'm thinking that's sort of a metaphor for this lady's relationship, you know.
I can see
So
that.
Yeah.
time to plant autumn flowers and focus on autumn flowers and focus on the next wave of love. But how to plant that? And oh, by the way, I want to say one more thing. I think when you have a breakup with somebody, my own experience, and it's happened to me several times, is you have so many strong emotions after that you must plant thousands and thousands of negative seeds. So it seems like we're not talking just about planting the autumn flowers. We're talking about taking rocks out of the garden for about 3 weeks or something. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, one thing I think is she proved to herself that the 4 steps works. She used it to get the boyfriend back. And, you know, we've talked about, you know, you can do the 4 steps. And even if you don't want a result, you say, no, I don't want it. It still comes. So the boyfriend came back. So I'm seeing a couple different seeds. She needs to maybe work on seed blockers. So getting rid of the rocks in the garden, plant seeds for love, and also plant seeds for peace, because the panic attacks are so the opposite of peace. So you could also there are so many people who are angst-ridden right now in the world in 2020. I think there's plenty of partners, karmic partners out there. Yeah. What do you think, Perdita?
I think she needs to a little bit explore where the panic attacks are coming from, that she is able to plant the right seeds. It could be that she has fear that he is leaving again. Mm-hmm. It could be the fear to really have a long-lasting, very beautiful relationship. Some people have fear of that. So I think she needs to question herself where they are coming from. What is she's fearing in this relationship?
I would say also, in my own case, I kind of take my mom for granted, my stepmother. You know, she's 90 something now. And she's so steady, you know, she loves me even if I'm terrible. So, you know, and she's waiting for me to show love to her. And I'm too busy. I'm doing Peachtree Show. And I'm thinking maybe this lady has some people in her life, like her parents, who are really would love to have a little bit of love from her. And that would be powerful seeds to have the returned boyfriend be loving, you know. So maybe there are people in your life who are waiting for you to love them, and maybe that would also distract you from the panic attacks, you know.
I think that's a good point, because I know sometimes when I first get in a relationship, I've completely blow off my friends initially, and it's really hurtful to them, and that would definitely plant seeds to have the same thing happen. So maybe reconnecting with your parents or your friends would plant really powerful seeds, and staying consistent, not bailing on them when things get better.
Maybe you and the new boyfriend could spend more time with your parents.
Yeah. That's
Stanley met Allison's father the other day, and I said, Stanley, did he punch you in the head? And he said, no, Gisela, I know what to do in China. I just buy the father-in-law two new shirts, you know. You know, but I think when a couple gets back together, if they can spend some time with parents or, you know, uncles and aunts and with the family, then personally I don't enjoy it much, but I think it's important, and it will plant some good seeds maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's important to be inclusive. Are we out of time? So
Okay, one suggestion each guy.
Okay, so to summarize, we were saying you need to work on replanting the love for your partner. You also need to work on planting seeds for peace, and then also getting the rocks out of the garden. So the seeds that were maybe planted when you had strong emotions about the breakup, maybe work on getting those rocks, those seeds out of your system. And you might have a series of mini disasters, but be really happy when you do, because it means that it's over. It's going away. So
I would go to the panic attacks. I think it's really fear of that the same is happening again. So I would really give a reliable, constant relation to an elderly family member or whatever, and be very reliable and constant. Go there if it's every 1 week for the famous 1 hour, but be there every week. And nowadays, maybe call or do an online Zoom meeting with them.
You don't even have to leave your house.
Hey, I kind of don't have anything better than that. I think what Brigitte said, I think there are people in your life who are waiting for love from you.
Yeah.
And just meditate. In your meditation, try to think of who might be waiting for love from you, and then show it to them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll even call my mom tomorrow.
I like that. Thanks for the inspiration with the question.
Okay, what's up tomorrow?
For tomorrow, we have as well a relationship question.
Hi Kashila, I'm Rachel from Malaysia. I see couples breaking up around me. We know people do change. How do we continue to stay compatible and have the sparks when things are changing? And if it doesn't work, why do we see one party not willing to let go no matter what, even though they are suffering? Thank you.
So Penny and Catherine, have fun with this question tomorrow. I think it's a different take on it.
I think it's lucky that they have to answer it.
And where do you go if you want to have a question answered?
You send it
to Seed Questions. Oh, sorry, at diamondcutterinstitute.com. Seed Questions at diamondcutterinstitute.com.
Where do you go if you want to submit a music list?
You send it to, you know, I'm old. It takes a while till I have the correct picture.
Come on, I just write things down. Yay!
Mix at diamondcutterinstitute.com.
Let us know all your cool grooves, please.
Yes.
So I hope you guys will come back on Friday and we'll announce the music mix.
Sounds good. All right.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Good question.
Thanks for watching today's Peachtree Morning Show. See you next time.